You've chosen a podcast from Low Moon Origins. Enjoy.
The violin is unavailable.
Nothing to most of us.
Okay, the second thing is we are picking up amidst action. So occasionally we end one session, we pick up another session, and when we pick up another session, something is already happening. And so we left the last session with the dragon man woman figuring out how to fly the ship, basically, and how to take off. And you already knew that maybe powers that be, there were cats outside that were trying to get past the force field and had not yet been successful doing so, but they were trying to in a couple of different alleyways in the hills. The ship was basically kind of buried down, nestled down in the hills, and so the shields of the ship were blocking various passes and so on. That's how you found it. As you got through you negotiated with the boys what actually happened. You still have a bunch of people who are itemed and in despair, and you do not have a violin player at the moment. And at the moment, you don't have a violin because the violin is, as Becky pointed out, in the hag form. And as far as anybody knows, that is the only method that the party has, at least at the moment, to attempt to get rid of the despair. Okay, that or time, because there was a guess that it would wear off in time, but the time was so long that it wasn't safe to try to wait it out. You know,
It's in the hag form.
Okay.
Basically, once the spaceship started to go up and out and close everything off, you're closed off to magic, so this hag said, I'm extremely uncomfortable, bye.
Right. So,
Why did the hag have to go violin?
Because she's a sage and she was trying to figure it out,
right.
so that she could do it.
Right. So anyway, where we are picking up is the Dragon Man woman's name is Snarl, thank you. Snarl and Weezard were actually flying the ship up and out of the mountains. Okay? And so as soon as the ship is up and out of the mountains and people are still not, you haven't had time to settle in, you've only been aboard for an hour, we're going to say that the despaired characters have been released from the item in a room where they can kind of hang out and kind of wait it off, so to speak. So that time, whatever it is ticking off the clock, but it was estimated to be at least 24 hours, so it's not like they're going to be useful anytime soon, but they will eventually get useful. And no sooner does the ship take off, which it does so successfully with some rock falling away and things like that, and it leaves the quote-unquote atmosphere and enters astral space. Remember that most places on the prime material plane, most planets on the prime material plane, when you leave the planet, you automatically enter astral space. Okay? And so as soon as the ship is in astral space, that's a couple of things. One, you know that unless you have a magical means, you cannot breathe for any length of time in astral space. Basically, things can persist only if they can carry their own atmosphere. So dragons, for example, can carry their own atmosphere, and they really technically don't have to breathe, so they can fly from planet to planet. Okay? The ship is sealed and put to the test as soon as you fly off into astral space, and you go, oh, yeah, we're not all suffocating. There's no hull breaches anywhere, that kind of thing. And so you exit the planet. As soon as you exit the planet, before a course can actually be set for the planet where the boy's grandmother is, surrogate grandmother, which would be the safe place for him, because he was going to go home, but that is not safe. And so he's going to go to another world. Before a course can even be set, the ship has been set upon by a Dragon Man destroyer. So right away, Snarl sees it on the scope, as does Weezard, and they're right away calling for people to come to the ship's bridge, because there are 8 unmanned stations on the ship's bridge that need to be manned if the ship is going to have a chance of surviving and getting away from the destroyer. Okay? And so Snarl is actually proficient in flying this vessel, so you can fly it successfully, and you can also operate the shields or the guns successfully. But there are 3 different stations. Okay? So as people are reporting to the bridge, the boy theoretically can fly the ship, if you want to let him do that, but he's only 12 years old, and he doesn't have a lot of experience, and you don't necessarily trust him to be skilled at doing it. But as people are coming up to the bridge, first, Snarl and Weezard need to make a decision as to what seats they're going to be in. So there's a pilot seat, a co-pilot seat, there are 4 shield seats and 4 firepower seats. So which seat are you in?
Pilot seat.
Okay? In that case then, Snarl at least suggests initially that he will stay in the co-pilot seat. Although, Weezard, I'm sorry, says that he will stay in the co-pilot seat. And he actually, he does say that he actually prefers the firepower seats, but he'll stay here because he's probably the next most knowledgeable person after you. That way if you dive or something, he'll be able to take over. Okay? So when we actually start this simulation, you'll have to pick one of the 2 rolly chairs to sit in as being the pilot. You can have the big one if you want. You can have the big one if you want. Or the little one if
Wait,
it's more convenient.
we're not actually going to play a game of Artemis? To
No,
resolve this?
I know. I thought about that, but it doesn't fit under the circumstances. It doesn't really work on
I have a question.
Yes, ma'am.
Since my home plane's the astral plane, would I be able to breathe out there?
You can fly and in blue form.
Right.
Only.
That's what I
Yes. Yep. Mid to blue.
Just saying, if I had to abandon ship or something,
Correct.
I
Yeah,
could.
and your body would automatically switch to that
I
form.
can survive.
Now, if there was an instantaneous decompression,
Right.
you'd probably still die if you were in a different form. Okay? So, the call's going out throughout the ship for we need 8 bodies to come and take positions on the bridge as we're about to be under attack and pursued by a destroyer. And so,
Somebody not.
is anyone, it's possible you should remember these maybe. Is anyone not reporting to the bridge despite the fact that there is desperate need, or at least it's being conveyed? It sounds like this. Please come to the bridge! Please come to the bridge right now! We need 8 people right now! That's what it sounds like.
Because all we have is 8
Actually,
people, or do
these
you have
are-
more than 8 people?
You have just over 8 people, if you count NPCs.
I'm on the bridge. I'll be there. They need my leadership.
Yep. Okay.
I
All right.
guess I'll go.
So everybody roll a d20. Of those of you who are reporting to the bridge now, highest roll reports first.
19.
I was already on the
Okay. So what seat do you get in? Firepower or shield?
11.
bridge. Probably on the firepower.
Okay. That leaves who had the highest roll? 19 was what I heard.
19.
Anybody higher than 19?
D20, you said?
Yeah.
Yep. 2. That's firepower station, as previously described last session. Okay.
Okay.
And so then,
Jesus, no, please.
you have the 19, right?
I do.
Yeah, don't lean way over backwards. It's pretty mobile.
I had 19.
Okay.
Don't scare me,
So
kid.
you report to the bridge
Stop
and you're
right
told, take a seat. Shields or firepower?
Yes, shields.
Okay.
At least I get to say engage.
Yeah.
Number 2, do my work.
Okay. And so who had the next highest d20 roll? That was 19. 12? Anybody over 12?
Nope.
Okay. James, shields or firepower?
Do firepower. Always wait for a good shot.
All right. Next highest after 12.
At 11.
11. Anybody else got 11 or higher? Okay. And then shields or firepower?
Oh, firepower.
Okay. Shooting things.
Definitely
Shooting
shooting.
things are, it's good, but it's hard. It's hard in this case.
Oh,
Tricky.
wow.
Okay. And then we have, I
Did you take?
think the only one that was you. What did you?
Firepower.
Four. Okay. Shields or firepower?
Firepower.
Okay.
What?
So we should have 4 firepower, right? Did I do 4? 1, 2, 3,
Yeah, I know. It's okay.
4.
Thank you,
Yep.
sweet pea.
Okay.
Oh, and 1 shield.
What did you roll at?
I win.
Shields.
Firepower?
Shields.
GWIN.
Because the 4 firepower seats are filled. Not
It's
that
like
you could
when
wrestle
Luke
someone out of one, but- And that makes Alicia shields. And leaves 1 NPC seat empty.
They are not squirrel nor mouse sized.
You know, I should have invited one of my sons.
That's true. What could you get? Instead of these, maybe Bob, did you get a shield?
Um,
Reynold?
Okay, so we'll put Bono on a shield seat, and then we have Wizard as the co-pilot. So I'm going to be in that chair, and I'm going to be playing these shields. And I'm going to need a weight on my paper, and then this. The fan is very below 8. This will work. Because I can see the bottom of it now.
Lights that line up.
That's so cool.
Okay.
I love that.
She said 5:45. She did.
6:05.
Sorry, it was late. I had a few more than that.
I would be hard pressed to play 2 shields positions, but it will not be impossible.
Do you want me to trade? I can trade a shield.
Here, just take this one.
Okay.
I can do 2. You can do 2.
Well, you're doing quite a bit more than 2. So.
That's true. There's that too.
Oh, good. At least you didn't do the whole starboard.
Larboard port.
You know your starboard and port better than you know your left,
Okay,
right?
real quick, we're
No.
gonna calculate some numbers. Okay?
Do that again?
Port. Starboard.
You actually got it right.
Yes.
We're gonna calculate some
Port has
numbers.
4 letters left.
So,
I
just remember
tell
that.
me, look at your hands and which one is L that's your left.
I just remember port is the replacement for larboard, and larboard's the left, because it has an L.
I remember it by port.
Okay, so those of you who are operating a shield station, you get your dex bonus plus 2 is the total number of times in a round that you can adjust the shields. So your dex bonus plus 2.
So 2.
Dex plus,
Oh, wait.
oh, Dex bonus plus 2 is what?
Dex bonus plus
How many
2
times
is
you
the
can
number of
adjust
times you can
your
adjust the shields.
Oh, not doing shield.
Can I switch to guns?
You certainly can ask.
second class electronics technician.
Okay, basically what you're going to do is you're going to mark, there's 4 shields that represent the 4 sides of the ship, left, right, left, back. And you're going to mark where you have them at, like that.
That's
And you slide it
Plus
up.
3.
Plus 3.
3.
Okay, and the chips go on the marks, not on the spaces. And they actually are 0 there, that's 0. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Can you finish the bread? Or I have some
This
carrots.
is 4 separate shields, 4 separate sides of the ship. They're marks. Okay?
Did you turn them all up?
Yeah.
If you do, then the ship won't have energy.
What'd you have for lunch today?
You didn't explain it.
Because I haven't gotten that far yet.
Mariana, what'd you have for lunch today?
So I get 5.
5 adjustments.
Okay.
5 adjustments.
Go ahead.
Okay. Maximum 5 were determined on your initiative. So if you roll a maximum initiative, you'll get 5 adjustments. Because it'll down. Adjustments take 2 segments.
Sarah, you want the rest of these for later?
Okay.
You don't
That's
want
all my shields, people. Nope.
I want them, it's just hard for me to eat them.
So calculated the amount of adjustments. That's
Jen, I
0
went to see
shields, so
the
there's
bed and
1.
breakfast last night for our anniversary. Went golfing at Green Hills in Clyde.
Yeah, and I just
Right,
remember.
it's actually
I
Monday,
told
but-
her She has 0.
No.
But I'll forget them.
Correct.
Went golfing today.
2 adjustments. Maximum. Okay.
At the place where Aaron.
Okay,
that's
on
not
the-
pretty cool.
On the firepower people, there's 2 slides on your sheets. One is on the bottom left, and one is on the bottom right. Okay? This slide represents the firepower on the one on the left represents the firepower on your gun.
Okay.
So you need 1 token for that. So at the bottom it's at 0. 1 notch up to a maximum of 6. So below the bottom, each notch. Right? You got 6 marks? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep.
So what was the max again?
The max is 6. So it's 0 through 6. And you just mark it with your token.
So which is this?
0 to 6. The other one is the shield for the gun turret. Okay? Works the same way. 0 to 6.
The smell of sausage and peppers.
Okay, he's got that.
She
That's
said
very much
small
small.
peppers.
Huh?
Yes, peppers.
It's
No.
is it his dinner?
It's in the crock pot. Nobody's allergic to it.
Okay.
I'm allergic to not eating it, so you have to share it.
I made extra. I am making extra.
I'll trade you some of my pizza for some of your sausage and peppers.
It's in 5-grain.
Dice meat.
Yeah, it was lifting it up.
This is the pilot sheet.
Oh, we could tilt the fan up just a tad bit and it might stop good.
There's 3 numbers. Okay, one is the speed, that's how fast it goes. One is power to the wing thrusters, one is power to the vector thrusters. The wing thrusters are on the wings and they rotate the ship this way. Okay. The vector thrusters are flipping the ship like this.
Our feet may not be as cool though.
At least one there, that means one time during the turn, you can rotate the ship 90 degrees. And if you have at least one there, that means one time during the turn, you can turn the ship, flip it, so left becomes right becomes left.
Oh, we are so gonna mess this up.
And I'll help you a little bit. The character actually is proficient. Yeah. Okay.
But not too much.
Just make sure. Proficient does not mean intelligent, even in the areas that you are good at. Okay.
You're proficient, but just not so smart. A chewy chunk.
Are you sick?
No.
Then you can sit there. Don't sneeze on me. If you sneeze on me, I sneeze back. Get my crap out of your way. Taking up the whole table, man.
So now, if you look at your firepower screen, the screen represents a grid pattern, if you will, of where the what you can see. Okay, so like when at the station, you actually see this screen, just like it looks, and you have buttons at the bottom. You see this screen, okay? And you're going to be moving the little target thing. All right? So you get, those who are controlling firepower get a number of moves. That's fine. Okay, it's equal to wisdom plus dex divided by 7. But it's a maximum of 5.
So your actual wisdom score.
Your actual wisdom score plus your actual dex score. And then divide by 7.
So 31.
Right, maximum 5.
Right,
Rounds up. Rounds up. You take wisdom plus dex, divide by 7, and round up.
35. Right, where 7 is 5.
Yep, so you have 5.
Rounded up is 5.
Yep, so 5 moves. So these are your 5 moves. Okay? It's easier to use flat tokens.
Before you sit down, this is gonna end up being yours.
How many do you have? 5?
Oh, yeah, it's based off dex.
It's an and dex.
No, she's shield.
She's shield. It's based off dex.
She doesn't have a dex modifier.
What is your wisdom plus your dex?
You get 2
Wisdom,
moves a
16
turn. Whatever
plus
side of
dex,
the check you want to run,
16, 32,
it's gonna
so you
get
get 5
annihilated.
moves.
Well, it's not just. She's not necessarily just one side of the.
So at the beginning of the round, firepower controls, you put those tokens that I just gave you on the controls on the bottom. Up, down, left, right, and the center dot centers it, sort of. It puts it on D5. See it? Down, up, left, right, D5.
Left, right, forward, back. This is shields.
Yep.
Oh,
A,
that's
B,
the
C,
middle.
D, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Okay.
You can put if you want to put a little mark on D5 so you know where it's at, you can.
You make 2 moves in a turn based on dex bonus plus 2.
Bingo.
Yeah.
You are.
Put a little mark there.
You are on a shield station as we are under attack by.
You can say first station.
Okay? So at the beginning of the round, you put your 5 tokens on any of those. So you can do all left, or all right, or 2 left, 2 right, 2 up, 1 down. However you want to divide them out, you can. Okay? But if you don't put one on every one, so let's say you don't put one on left, then at no time during the round are you going to be able to move the target to the left.
Interested in giving financially to Low Moon and support the campaign? Text LMGIVE, that's LMGIVE, to 419-419-0095.
Understand? So when you sit down, basically you put your fingers on those buttons and you go, hey, if I push this, it goes that way, push this, it goes that way, push this, it goes that way. You know, and you figure that out real fast. Push the center one, it goes to the center. But the rounds are very short. They're 3-second rounds. So you can only push so many buttons so fast and get any benefit. If you push left and right at the same time, it doesn't go at all. So based on your dex and your wisdom, you can push, most of you, 5 buttons during the 3 seconds and get the benefit of moving the target. Understand? And the target starts where the red dot is, any one of those 4 squares. So I'll give you a token for the target. It starts target any one of these 4 squares. Also, if you can be listening to the way this works too, because we can switch seats during the combat if people are having trouble. Any one of these 4 squares. There. Okay? All right. Now, to simulate, the pilot can see all of those grids, plus you can see out the window. So to simulate that, you can use your rolling chair and move around to anybody's grid at any time and look at where they're at. Okay? So as combat goes on, I'm going to flip up a card, and I'm going to have different cards for the different screens. Okay? And so I'll come to your station.
Your ships are in here.
Thank you. So I'm going to come to your screens for the firepower people with a little ship, and I'm going to put it on your screen. Okay? Then, as each segment passes, I'm going to move that ship the way the ship moves. If you manage to line your target up on the ship, the computer will automatically fire. If you get on the space that the ship is on, then you have a straight chance to hit. You'll roll your d20, and the computer will hit the ship with the lasers or not. Okay? Depending on what you roll. If you get within one space of it, they'll still fire, but it gets a negative chance to hit because you're not technically on the target. So it's harder for it to hit. Okay? And then if you hit a fighter enough, it's destroyed. Yay, you win. You don't die. Right? But the fighters will be firing every time they get closer to the ship. They're continually firing their weapons. All right? And there are also missiles, which you will see that when the time comes. There are missiles. And the missiles basically are like really weak fighters that can't shoot, and they just move a little faster. Oh, you got it. Okay. And they'll come in, and if the missiles hit the ship, or if the fighters manage to shoot the ship, you take damage. Okay. The shields, there's 2 kinds of shields. There's gun turret shields, which are shields that you have on your page for firepower, and then there's the shield operators. Okay. The shield operators have shields for 4 sides of the ship. Right. And whatever that shield is set at, then when a fighter fires on the side of the ship that it's coming at, then the shields will react and reduce the damage. Fighter rolls it, if it hits, the fighter rolls its damage, and then all the shields people will roll their shields, and if they roll more than the fighter has rolled, then there's no damage to the ship. If they don't, then damage comes through and hits the ship. If the fighter specifically targets the turret, then only the shield that's on the turret protects it. Because the guns have to be outside the main shield in order to shoot. Right? So this is protecting the ships. This is what's keeping the characters alive. This is protecting the gun. If your gun goes down, that station is useless. Okay? So once it takes too much damage, which doesn't take a lot, so getting hit beyond your shields will be enough. And it's the only shield protecting your gun. Okay? And so basically you already know more than what your characters know. You sat down at the station, you went, okay, how does this slide thing work? Right? But as you walked in the room, and those of you who are on shields, you were told by Wizard, if you pump the shields up on one side too much, or if any one shield is pumped up too much, there won't be enough energy to do the other things. Okay? You know this much. The ship will generate 14 power, plus there's a generator which generates D6 plus 1 power, which cannot be used to fly the ship at all. That's the power guns and shields and stuff like that only. Okay? So there's always going to be some power left over for shields and guns. If you put the ship's speed at 14, it will only be that D6 plus 1 and anything that's in the batteries. That's all they'll have to work with. Okay? And the speed of the ship is always set before everything else. Okay? If you put the speed at like 4, then there's going to be 10 additional points that are going to be usable to spread around, and that's actually 10 D6 points. They're usable to spread around and cover everything. Okay? So the first thing we'll do in every round is set the speed, whatever you set it at. And when you set the speed, the wing, and the vector, all three, and it's the total. So if you say it's 10 total, 6 speed, 2 wing, and 2 vector, for example, then that's 10 total. That means there's 4d6 for everybody else to use. We roll it right then we go down the list, and the shields go next. So if they power all the shields, then there'll be no firepower for the guns or for the turrets, shields. Okay, so it works down like that. All right. After we do one round, you'll figure it out. And since all the ships are going to be kind of far away to start with, you shouldn't die in the first round or anything. And the ship has hit points, so even if the shields get penetrated, you're not going to die immediately. But basically, the way it works is once you start taking damage, the ship makes a saving throw versus a hull breach. And then if it's too significant damage, the ship makes a saving throw versus going boom. If the ship goes boom, every character and NPC on the ship, with the possible exception of Bitamu, dies instantly. Okay? So don't let the ship go boom is the moral of the story. You got it? So,
I'm sure you have a contingency. Reroll characters.
yeah, there's always re-rolling characters. Okay? That is a contingency. That's right. All right. So we got the basic gist of it. Once we get going into it, you'll see how it goes, and we're going to work around from. Okay. And actually, if we could, we need to mark. Actually, I don't think we need to. Let me calculate this out. I think we will just for your presence of mind. So the first station closest to where the pilot sits is the left side of the ship for firepower purposes. So you were already there, so we're going to assume that's you. So you have the left, right now you're the left side, but bear in mind that's not going to, when we start, that you see out over top of the wing, it looks like you're looking out to his left. But he's going to be flipping the ship over and everything else. Understand? Okay. All right. Hopefully this is going to work the way I planned it. All right. So round 1, set the ship speed. Okay, so on that first set of 3 boxes,
Outrun him.
Write 3 numbers in there.
14 of them.
Okay, who's got dice out? Okay.
Like you said, they're far away. Let's see if we can keep up with this one.
And is
Okay.
it 4 plus an extra D6 from the generator?
There's a D6 plus 1 for the generator,
Yep.
plus 4 D6. So it'll be 5 total. All right?
Take that one too.
Yeah, thank you. Appreciate it. All right? So shields people, roll initiative. Add your dex bonus. Everybody has shields. Roll initiative. I'm good with this for now. I'll grab my dice in a second. All right? Add your dex bonus.
7. So get 1.
Then don't bother adding it. Well, and you did add it then, technically, didn't you? Okay? So there's this here. This is all firepower, and that's the firepower. And shields. Oh, I forgot to roll initiative for Bono. Okay.
Heffner should do.
You want to roll dice sometimes? Or are you busy?
Guns laid out on this ship.
Yes or no?
Yeah,
Do you want to run the whole station or just roll occasional dice?
occasional dice.
Okay. So we're going to give him a little bit of occasional dice. Which one are you using, dear?
Needs must where game master
There you go.
required.
I rolled already, but that's what he rolls. But I rolled already. All right.
He's just like, where's dice at? Keep him out of Dan's view. That's what you gotta do.
All right. So
It's like 10.
So this is on your initiative, you're setting the shields. You'll be able to change them every 2 segments up to the number that I told you were allowed to have. Okay? So that's the number of
If I go
guns.
on 7, it would be like 7, 5, 3,
Correct.
so I'd be able to do
Right. Correct. Okay? So who had the highest initiative? 7? Is that it?
Oh, we're rolling initiative?
No, just shields.
Just
Oh.
shields.
So I'll just go down. 10, 9, 8, 7. Okay? So you set your shields. You can slide those to wherever you want.
Paperweight, it's for reading, because I read a lot.
Remember, if you go all the way up,
So
then
Dan
you'll
bought me.
Well, are we getting any kind of leadership saying, hey, they're on our left, or hey, they're on our right?
Right now, they're on our
Those
tail.
ships have actually gotten close enough yet. So yes, they are coming from the rear. Right?
So I'm assuming these lines make points of taking off.
I ordered a case,
Correct.
so it doesn't break in my purse.
Yeah, I'd be terrified. Because that is really light.
It is, doesn't it feel like a toy?
Yeah,
Almost.
right now they're behind us and I'm going that out of hell
Which
forward.
is entirely appropriate. That's
No,
perfect.
I have no idea what they're doing. I don't know what they mean.
So basically,
Yeah.
so you've got your,
No, it's not a touchscreen, but it.
Okay.
So I can go,
that's
it's
great.
connected to the internet, so I can go out on Kindle and find the books.
Yeah. Okay. Next shields, that was 7, 6, 5, 4.
I'm not gonna, I could adjust it.
Want to see something funny?
Wait, no, you're in the comment round. You're already set. This is just the order of who sets their shields.
This is my Kindle
We're doing
library.
4. Nobody else got better than 4 on shields, right? I got 3. No, I got 4.
Well, I got a 4.
You got 4. So we're all at the same time.
They're all variations of Pride and Prejudice.
Each
Each of those one
All
point
variations
the shield
of Pride and
will cost
Prejudice.
one.
I've read them all. That's my.
So we don't know
library.
where the enemy's coming
Kindle,
from.
in my
Right now they're
Amazon.
coming from the rear.
How many different versions of Pride and Prejudice are there?
There are hundreds, probably thousands now of different
I've read one of
variations.
them. I think I read the original one. Yeah. Oh, wow.
So you've got
Yep, it's my favorite story, and like people are writing new variations all the time, different what ifs, and then continuations on what happens after.
Nora, put my headphones on your head.
Zayden has to ask his mommy if he ate enough.
Just in case, I don't know what's going on.
She's over there.
Should I try to read? You may as well do one more. No, actually.
I'm older.
I used to be able to eat cinnamon.
Allegedly, this is enough.
Again, as I get older,
Okay. This definitely makes one.
Okay. All right. So now we're on to gun shields. Roll initiative. If you have guns, roll initiative. Roll a d20 or a d6. Not a d6, you did it right. And add your dex bonus. Which is great. 17, so plus 2. D6 plus 2. Okay.
Bad for you guys.
Dear, did you want me to roll your initiative?
I already played with them.
Oh, she's slow. Okay. All right. Guns. This is just gun, turret, shields, initiative. 10, 9,
Yes.
9.
You're also nine? Go ahead.
You can go at the same time.
Okay.
As long as it doesn't exceed the total amount allowed.
And are they half point or full?
That one.
Something tells me this kid didn't pass a background check.
These are.
These are-
Dan, your kid's over there too, you need to eat something.
What did you set it at? Okay. And then she's got 2. What did you get? Is that right? Okay. So what do you got? This is your power. You can go up to 6 maximum on the gun turret shield.
And every 2 points that you put into it is 1 point of power.
And you said I have a maximum of.
You can go to 6 maximum. But remember, when all the energy is used up, then nobody can do anything else.
So if we raise up all the shields, there may not be anything left to shoot the guns.
Correct.
Okay. Well, I'm already at 2, so I'm only going to go up 1 to 3.
Okay. And then that brings it to this one. You set your gun shields. You can go 0 to 6.
Okay.
Is that 4?
Yeah.
Okay. So that's 2. What is that? Okay. So then we go to guns firepower, and on the firepower people use the same initiative. So highest was the 2 of you. Okay.
2.
All right. So it goes up to 2. It won't go higher than 3. Okay? And then when these two try to set their gunfire power up, it won't go up.
Too much
A lot
power.
of power.
Okay? So, you get a warning light on the dash that says the batteries have been drained.
Too much power being used.
Okay. All right, and then we start actual combat. Now, so you don't have to roll initiative for this because everything's already set. So you don't need initiative. All you need to do is use your little. The firepower people need to put their little tokens down.
Do we know where,
Ships are coming from the rear right now.
right, do we know where primary, or, so there's no targets on the screen right now?
Correct. Everybody's on green. Everybody's outside.
And if we hit the center, it takes us to B4.
Five. Love those pencils. You are currently facing the left side of the ship. You're facing the right side of the ship. You actually have the rear
Oh, jeez.
as of right now, and you have the front. So meaning you're not going to have any opponents to shoot at unless one comes. But the problem is very soon they're going to swarm the ship. They're going to be coming from every side because we're not going to be able to outrun them.
You said I'm at what side of the ship? The right side, right?
And,
Correct. That's where you're starting at, but he's going to be flipping the
They're
ship.
moving
and-
one box per segment?
Yeah, well,
Okay, so-
per pound.
Gotcha. And this all happens in the one set.
About a whole pack of those. You sharpen them just like they do with pencils.
Well, I just mean, if,
Like
say, if, for example, if I have 1, 2, 3, 4 to the side, if the ship shows up there, I'm going to potentially get all 4 of those moves and potentially end up on. If not, I move 1, he moves 1, I move 1.
Yeah, it is going to be G1, G1. It's going to be 1-1.
Gotcha. So that's where I just want to make sure.
Yeah.
And for people who don't get 5,
Gotcha. Bear in mind, once they show up on your screen, they're gonna move a box, and then you're gonna get a chance to move your sight. And they're gonna move a box, then you're gonna get a chance to move your sight. So tracking along the top will give you a chance to shoot them when they first show up, but then you're gonna be racing to catch up to them as they get closer to the ship. So you gotta be careful about that. Or you could jump to D5 if you have one of those.
So what's the chance that we get to hear Obi-Wan's voice in the says, use the force?
Use the force.
don't get cocky, kids.
Just did it?
Exactly, that's
Okay.
more likely.
Yeah. All right. Okay.
Come on, you should hold together. Everybody maybe hold together.
Practice. Here we go. All right.
The primary buffer panel just fly off my ship.
I told you to fix that, Haley.
My ship don't crash. If she crashes, you crash.
Okay. So, because you can see his screen, you realize that a fighter has entered range, currently coming from the rear of the ship.
Okay, fighter in range on the rear.
So everyone
Oh,
knows
is that
fighter
what that
range on
dot
the rear.
means?
So that means all the shield people know the rear shields could get hit at any time. Okay. All right. So now we're
So, and that means if you guys want, you can start shifting power to the rear shields.
right. So I'm going to start at 10. When you hit once you're 2 below your personal initiative, you can adjust power. Remember, if you have the ability to do that.
So we're rolling initiative.
Yeah.
Use the same dice
Use
roll.
the same dice roll you took here.
So
We're gonna keep rolling. Yep. All right. So
Who has the most firepower, forward or reverse, rear weapons, or?
it all depends on how they power it. As of right now, he powered his the highest of anybody, but he's on the left side.
No, I'm just asking as a general.
Yeah. Otherwise, they all have the same unless somebody gets damaged.
Gotcha.
Okay.
So it
All
really
right.
doesn't matter which direction we're facing.
Well, here's when it will matter. When there's a ship there, a ship there, and a ship there, and you look at his target, like his target's sitting on D5,
Yeah.
and her target's sitting up here, but there's a ship on D5. You rotate the ship, it'll come under his fire. Understand what I'm saying? So you gotta pay attention to where they have their targets at, then you can rotate the ship and bring the enemies to where you need to be.
And so I am on the rear.
Right now.
Right.
Okay? All right, here we go. 10,
You're after.
9, 8. Okay, he's going to fire there. Okay, so he's firing at the rear of the ship. I need my dice out.
I've got more, you want more?
That's my target icon.
What do we need?
These are moves that I can make on that icon.
First up, stealing other people's dice.
But I can't
I
make
have
my
more
first
sections.
move until I get my initiative. Correct, Dan? I can't make my first move until.
Yeah, you can move two times right now. He moved once, then you can
Gotcha.
move. Then he moved, then you can move. So you're going to move 2 times right now. Which will be true for anybody else too, but there's no reason for them to do it because you're the only person seeing a ship right now. Okay? So you're going to be 1 space in front of him, so you're going to shoot.
Actually, yeah, 2 spaces.
Oh, okay, so not yet then.
So we get mixed in the game pad. Thank you.
Okay. All right. So the fighter fires and hits. Natural 20. All right. So he's targeting either the gun turret shield or the ship. 1 to 2. It's on the turret. It's on the ship. Okay. So the fighter's shot is hitting the shields on the rear of the ship. Okay.
Who's the rear?
Well, they're
all the shields have
They're
a
all
rear.
rears.
Yep, you're all rear.
So,
Okay.
Just call us all twice.
Yeah, you're all rears. You are all rears.
I don't think we
Okay.
necessarily have a side of the ship, we're just.
Correct.
I get that.
Yeah, these little windows down here show you out the side of the ship, so you can actually see when there's a ship there. That's what they're for. But I couldn't draw little ships in there. I just want to draw it now before I got here, so. Plus, then there would be a ship in there all the time. The fighter fires. It hits the shields, hopefully.
He's got a lot on his rear shield.
Yes. 4,
That
5.
makes sense, they're in behind us.
Okay, so
I just evenly distributed.
rear shields have been hit. So if you have 1 or more notches in rear shields, you get a D3 per notch. Roll a D3 per notch.
So if I have 2, I
Rear
would roll
shields.
2.
Correct. You get 2 D3. And then keep that. You can actually.
This is actually right, he's saying rear, but B is actually back.
Oh,
That's
yeah,
why
B is
mine are
back.
backwards, because I thought that was rear at first, but it's not. I intended to make the rear higher, but I didn't.
Can I
because
use
made
this?
the R
You
higher.
can switch them.
Can I use this roll for my next
You
character?
can put those
Ship
right
blows up?
The ship blows up. Okay, so the shields repulse it. You don't. The ship doesn't rock, anything like that. The shields stop the blast from the fighter.
That's damage. There's some compensators goes off. This one will survive the war. The sparks, and that guy goes flying over.
He comes straight forward. He fires again.
Bring it, bro.
Okay, he misses, and you're now within 1. You have it up. You don't have it
I don't have enough.
up. Okay, so you get a shot on that fighter. Roll d20.
13.
13 is a hit.
2 fire.
You get 10, and then you minus 2, you're 1 spot away. So, 2 firepower, so you roll 2d6 damage.
2d6. 7.
No, the fighter is not, it's hit, but it's not significant.
Ah! Glancing blow, I think. The dot's still there anyways.
Okay?
But I think I got him lined up for another shot.
Alright, and he's flying right into your fire.
Oh, there he is.
Okay? So now you roll again, you need a 10.
Spam the fire button.
Oh, I thought it automatically you right over the
No.
top. 7.
Spam the
Okay, so
tab.
your computer hit him when he was a little off angle, and then wasn't quite ready to hit him when he was right where you wanted it. Okay? And then he goes again.
If you don't want to miss any of the story, Low Moon Origins, Uprising, or Outsiders, like and follow our podcast. Please share it with friends.
We're in Initiative 5 right now, so if anybody had needed to adjust shields that has 7, 5, so you could adjust shields now if you want.
More shields.
There's nothing on right, left, or front at the moment. You can only use the energy that you had.
That I had.
Yeah, so you could be that, and then you could just this one off the left.
Your peppers are
There you
done.
go. And then that'll give, when the time comes, it's gonna give you an extra 43. Right? 3 or 4. Alright. This.
I'm just putting it on top of the fire now.
Yep. This again.
And I don't move down at all.
So he's inside your guns now. He doesn't fire again yet. And we're down to 4.
I have a 4.
Okay, so you can adjust your shields if you want to. Only working with the energy you currently have.
Play another D3.
Yeah, if he hits, you'll have another D3 roll. He's shooting. He's now at closer range. He missed. We're down 3. We're in 3. Then we're in 2.
You roll the, if you hit, you get the D3s are what you're rolling based on how strong the shield is
He hit.
to deflect the damage.
Ugh. Okay, we can roll again, but he didn't even penetrate the original roll yet. So.
Okay, so do I keep the original 2 and just add 3 to it?
Yeah, but he didn't get through, so it doesn't matter. We're at 1.
It would have been quite pretty.
He fires again. He's close now.
Oh,
He missed.
you gotta remember, you're piloting, right?
Yeah.
You could be looking at other gun stations to see if anybody had
Yeah, I kind of have.
positions.
It's hard to get. Okay.
Well,
That,
particularly since we're not.
that ends the
we're
round.
not-
Okay, so that's how it works. Now, beginning this round, the fighters are basically swarming, so there will literally be a fighter on every screen, at least one.
So does these go back down then?
That's where they start the round at, but at the end of the round, your last adjustment could be 1 or 2, so if you wanted to slide things down, you could. Wherever you end the round at, that's where they start the new round at. But if you say, hey, they're going to need more power for something else, then you can slide stuff down right now. Shield generators can. Okay. Nope, not this time. They haven't come to that side yet.
But they are coming
They will
this
this round. Okay, they're going to be fighters everywhere this round. So you see, but now you see how it goes.
So in 1, I could just adjust things back down. huh?
Correct, you could adjust. And now you would be not all the zeros, for example. But you can't go outside the original energy you had.
So if I put it all the way back here.
Yes.
And remember, you guys can communicate your amongst yourselves.
Yep, anybody
So,
can talk, we're all sitting
you
in
know,
the same room.
One person can say, hey, I'll take the right shield. One person can say, I'll take the left. And then
Just like I'm gonna say, when
You
we
could,
apply more power, we're not gonna be moving as fast, so more power can be used for the other stuff.
Okay, so he's saying I'm slowing down, so there's going to be more firepower for shooting.
And
Shooting
shields.
that right now. Yep.
yeah. So don't.
So it's apparent that we're not gonna be able to outrun them at all.
No way. No,
Don't-
their top speed is 20, yours is 14, so.
You know, don't.
The destroyer is slower though. So remember the destroyer is back there. So if you slow down too much, then the destroyer is coming. If you go below the destroyer's speed, then I'll start closing the gap. And then his weapons are longer range, so he can start shooting eventually. But the fighters are what you got to deal with right now.
Technically, destruction.
It's a destroyer.
Say he did.
It's a
He destroyed the
destroyer.
plane. So maybe the destroyer didn't.
Yeah. Don't overpower the guns. Make sure that every gun has some power to shoot.
That one on the left, maybe?
Yes.
One is your shield. One is your. All right.
Because we stole it all. Because you guys stole the shield.
Actually, it was because the ship was flying fast. Probably. Yeah.
Halfway on shield.
I think you just rolled poorly on your C60.
I can let somebody else roll. Okay. All right.
Okay, who's on shields?
Right
What
there.
shield are
Right
you
there.
taking?
Right here.
Whatever one you want me to.
What shield are you taking?
I'll take the back.
What shield are you taking?
Not me.
You. What shield are you taking?
Right.
Okay.
But I hate to turn them all off. Are you saying turn them all off?
At this moment,
Or just
we
take
have.
Each person to a shield.
Each
Okay.
person do a side.
Okay.
Take the front, I got the back.
As you say that, you start to make the adjustments, if you can do that, all at the beginning. But Weezar does say, just realize that if a shield generator is turned off, it'll take time for it to turn back on. If you go to 0, so you're not spending any power on it, then that's turning it off.
So don't
Keep 'em at
necessarily
one.
take them to 0.
Keep them at a half point.
He says suggest 1, which would be a half point.
So I was using 4 points initially.
I was originally using 5, now I'm using 4.
Yeah, you can switch it to whatever you want at the beginning of the round. So.
Well, remember, you're going to have one shield at relatively high power and the rest of it.
Alright, half points.
No, it's gonna leave us at like 3 and then. It all depends on what you initially set your shield.
Just remember, right now we have a ship on
Okay.
our app.
So we're going to have ships on every side this round. Just coming from every direction.
Fighters are coming.
Okay, so we're setting shields. You've got a strategy. Shields roll initiative.
So, I can't go beyond what I had originally, is what you said?
On your initiative, or at the beginning of this round, you can set it at whatever you want. But if you use up all the energy, then there'll be no energy for guns, shields, or guns.
I have 7 again.
That would protect the ship, right?
We're not going to outrun them. So
Second box.
Not gonna outfight him either.
certainly if we have no power to shield.
Can't flip the ship or spin the ship.
Gotta have shields.
And you see that somebody's got a shot, you can spin and give them a
I
shot.
say we hold out till they board us, and then we'll take them
Yeah,
out.
I'm just
Fire.
I'm trying to figure out when I get the opportunity.
Do it anytime.
I think they're just going
Put 1 point in, you can literally do it at any time during the turn.
So it's not,
Besides,
it's
he's
not
slowing down.
on whatever initiative you want, you can do it.
That's what I'm counting down. I said, okay, 10, 9.
In other words,
Yeah. So it might be good to be able to go this way and, one left, one right.
Fire the ballista.
Or more, so that you can
With
swim
2, you can turn the left into the right. But on this side,
I'm just resetting the time.
3,
well, what I'm getting at is
go back.
at this point,
That operates that
we just gotta see where they got the tower levels at.
That would help power levels and also where the actual ships are.
Can we call that out?
Yes. Well, he's able to see all of them.
Right, but so okay, people on guns.
Listen to.
Yeah, people on guns on your initiative, call out where you have an enemy ship on your screen every second. That way Dean knows where those ships are. Also make note of where your target is. If your target cursor is near where somebody yelled out a ship name, let Dean know so we can potentially rotate to get your gun to bear.
Tell you what, if we get hit by a shot, somebody crumple up a piece of paper and hit Dean in the head on that side of his head, so he knows where we got hit from.
So
We just get the dodgeball.
So like right now,
We're on initiative on shields. That's where we're at. 10, 9, 8, 7.
7.
Okay. So you can set yours at whatever you want.
Yes, and you guys haven't moved your target to any position yet.
Fixes the whole ground.
We haven't had a chance to yet.
Okay. So how many? Okay.
1.5.
yeah, remember you could have during your turn, last turn, you could have moved your cursor to the center, or you could have moved your cursor somewhere else throughout the whole turn.
Okay. After 7, 6.
Isn't that what
That's Bono.
pushing the button for?
Yep.
You're supposed to be typing to the right, right?
But you just have to do it during the turn. So
I did not know fearless leader.
it didn't make a difference because you didn't have anything to shoot last turn, but you could have gotten it more towards the center.
What it always basically comes into play is, see, now that you have the cursor there, for example, if all of a sudden I see, or say you had it over here, and if I were in, or even better yet, if you had it here, okay?
We were talking.
I'm just using this as an example. I could theoretically rotate the ship and then your cursor would be on that ship.
Well, we have been
Would move the fighters around, so he can potentially make it so that things.
constant.
Not, this ship
You
isn't
know what?
gonna.
I'm gonna let you roll the PowerPoint.
Okay.
I can't be responsible.
So you're gonna let Dean be responsible for that?
So what speed are we moving this first? 8?
I don't see the difference. We all show our shields.
Because if one person goes way worse than the other?
Plus 1 to the roll.
Because if I roll 4 ones on my back shield and nobody has anything
You could roll
there at all.
1-1, she could roll 1-1, I could roll 1-1. It's all random. It's random checks.
Or 7.5.
Dice is dice.
Shield power 6, 5.
I say,
Is that what you want?
yeah.
Okay. So I'm gonna
She's a lot.
3, I'm sorry, 5, 4,
I just came out.
3, 2.
2. I have 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's 2, 3.5.
Okay. All right. Shield turret power. Gun shields roll. Guns roll initiative.
Don't forget bottom.
I already did it. Yeah.
7.
Okay. So gun turret shield power 10, 9, 8, 7.
7.
Go ahead.
You guys keep doing the Twinkie roll, just so you know.
The second one.
One, it's really weird because Josh is really good. And 2, okay, give your normal.
I'm saying Josh is not rolling the job.
So, okay. All right. And then gun power.
Don't they need to set
Oh,
their
you guys didn't do it? I'm sorry. I jumped out. So we were in 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. What was your initiative?
3.
Okay, so you're in 3. What was your initiative? You're in 3 also? Okay, so you both can set them. So you're setting the shields for your turret, not firepower for your gun yet.
Okay. Lower it back down a little bit, probably.
It's up to you. The fighters are coming in now. They're going to be on your side. They're going to be on both sides. So.
Okay. Put it on 3.
Okay. And it's on 3. Okay. So you got one point of firepower. Is what you got. That's going to be whoever gets to the gun first. So that was going to be one of the two of you. Roll. Both of you roll a d6.
You're at 7 also?
Yep.
Sorry, what'd you say? Roll what?
D6.
5.
Okay. So yours can be. You can set it at
Up to 2.
up to 2 on the dial. Okay, so you can set yours at 1. Okay.
They won't go up any higher.
Yeah. All right. Now remember. So now this is where the shields initiative becomes important. So like you rolled a 7. So once you get to 5, you can lower your shields and give them power to shoot. Okay. So as soon as she lowers the power on shields, she says, "I'm lowering the power on shields." You guys can raise your firepower because you got ships coming in. You're not going to be able to shoot until you have firepower. It's up to the 2 of you.
And you know that's for firing weak shots.
And you're firing good shots.
Thanks, Josh.
Good question.
That's
Smells great.
Okay. Yes, ma'am.
But I'm still initially at 2 though, right?
You're actually at 0 now.
Or am I-
They bumped it down. Yeah, it slides down all by itself. Shields always take precedence because if there's no shields, everybody dies. And the same thing for Kendra's is at 0.
Prescriptions
Well,
roll
I gotta
$47.
lay out my 5, although I'm only gonna get.
Okay, so firepowers can lay out your tokens for control now, so you can put these 5 wherever you want them. On here. They'll probably give you firepower by the time you need to shoot. So.
Is it counterintuitive to put them all on fire?
I don't know where to go.
If you don't know what to do, then give yourself a lot of variety.
At this point,
Variety.
you're setting the tokens down here for control of your. How many do you get? Do we even calculate that? You're probably helping our. What is your wisdom plus your dex?
I have one right.
My bonuses or my?
Total stat, she's gonna have 5.
I'm gonna have the possibility to go up one, just in case.
33.
33. Okay, well, each one's up to 35, and you get 5 of these, and you spread them out on these. This moves your cursor down, up, left, right, and this puts it at D5 right there.
Okay.
And then anytime during the round, you can use those to move it. And anytime you get close to where the fighter is, you can shoot.
And I can
Yeah, you
move
have
these,
5.
change these around every initiative? Or?
Each round. Yep.
Now, does our cursor stay where we left it last?
Correct.
Okay.
So if I did 2 here, I could move it down twice.
Correct.
Given our shield strategy, to give them more power, I could bring these down.
But if you take it to 0, you can't bring them back
Okay,
down.
somebody shoots on that side. Well, eventually.
But somebody else is covering that side.
Correct.
I have the other 3 sides set at half.
Yeah. And that's why
Somebody else
that's why I
should
was
be
trying to say
covering
that way, you know, you can, that way everybody's not trying to put everything at 2 and you end up with 8 on every shield.
Okay, here they come. Wizard says, okay, here they come. No one's at the door. You can go check if you want.
That's
I
what's
don't
happening on the
think
screen.
All right.
Hey, go check, because Mother Mike was just out there, so. But Jamie called me like, oh, I did turn my phone off.
We need a ship at maximum, just outside maximum range. Or at maximum range. Okay?
All right, Josh.
Check out Amaldan Inc. for incredible opportunities to support the ministry.
Every time we get hit, we all have to like,
This guy's still on this?
shake in like they do on Subway.
C1.
Bingo!
See one watch.
Okay, so
It's funny, good
J1.
So you do have a ship on your screen, dear. You do not currently have any firepower to fire your weapon, but you have a ship on your screen.
Okay. A1.
We're gonna need more power for firepower. Otherwise, we're
Okay.
never gonna survive this.
All right. Then we're counting down.
When they get there, Haas.
Beginning at 10, once the shield people get to their initiative, they can lower their shields if they want some to give power to the firepower.
and every segment you can spend one of your movement tokens to move your cursor.
Yep. So anytime I move your ship, the ship on your screen, you actually can move your cursor too, but you can only do it like if you've got one token here, you can only do that one time for the round.
Right now, whoever's got the back shield is keep them heavy. We got 2 fighters on our back. We got 1 fighter on one on every other side.
Go fast.
Okay? So here we
Wait
go.
for my initiative, I'll give you a point.
So here we go. 10. We've got 10. 10.
So it's one.
If you want. Remember, once I move your fighter, you can adjust.
But then we have to take the tokens off, right?
Ready to go,
Take
Josh?
them out, that's what we do.
Where's your guy going?
D2.
This guy moves off your So it shows up over
Okay, so when you
here.
move him, I can move these, but then I have to take these off, right?
Correct.
And then I don't get it back till my next initiative.
To your next initiative.
Blue Jasmine despaired.
Okay. This guy passed over from his side, so he's flying away from you.
Just remember, if this goes bad,
C11.
it goes bad for you guys in a very bad way. Like dead instantly. Is living your thing?
Huh?
Because that's where you need to be mindful of
I might die too.
Open a window and you throw some stuff.
Sorry, Nikki, where did you go?
I2.
Magic whistles don't miss, okay?
B2.
Yeah, but they gotta get out. And you don't want to puncture the hole doing it.
Okay, so none of them are firing right now.
Do the hole.
That was the intent. Now we're in 9. Okay? We're in 9.
I think it's why
So you have 2 on your screen. I didn't put my chips in the right place.
So you're on his square then? Or you're next to his square? You're supposed to pick one of these 4. If you're right there, then you can go here or here. And there's no diamond.
These guys are buddies.
Down there.
And these guys are buddies. These guys
He's in
are
the same
buddies.
spot as your little BB.
These guys are buddies.
My guy moved to D3.
These guys are buddies. These guys are buddies. Okay.
He is tracking and firing on his target, but he's not hitting yet.
It's requiring
Where did you move?
G3.
Okay, and yours
It requires me to get above 55%.
turns in like that, and she
Where did you go?
hers moved to I3 and fired and hit. So that is considered the
Front?
rear, right?
This guy.
I'm rear.
You're in front.
No,
You're in the rear.
No, I'm right.
You're right. Okay.
Yeah,
Right
right
at the
side.
top.
Just make a note on your sheet if you're right.
Yeah.
Yeah,
sort of like-
I'm-
oh, she got it. Okay. Yep. All right. So this one fired and hit. All right. So here comes the damage. What are they doing about maybe 6?
So those of you who have shields,
Get ready.
look at your right side, the shield you have on the right side, and be ready to roll the dice.
Abano is the right side shield, I know.
But everybody else has at least one pointer, so.
Maybe. Yes, probably. Total of 8 damage.
Yeah, 3.
You got 3. Abano got 4. That's 7. Anybody else got right side shields? Okay, so you stopped it. You've got 4 points left over. That's
So
where we're at.
or just use a dice or something to note the fact that you have 4 points left over right now on the shield.
I got
Okay.
it. Right side shields have 4 points left over. Okay. All right. And then over here. Not firing yet. Still coming in. That's
Pick
right.
the ones that are on your target.
Yeah, well,
Yeah. You're supposed to be on one of the squares.
Oh, it was in the middle.
Yeah, so you could have been here to start, and you went there and there.
Yeah.
Can
That's what you're at
can
right
we move ours after they move theirs? Should we?
And you're front.
He's on C3. Yes. I'm
You're
front.
front. Okay.
We're now at initiative 8. Oh, we got this
I'm
guy.
moving, at this point I'm moving.
Yeah.
So I'm moving up,
Okay.
which puts 2 of them within a space. That was,
This guy's on your side.
oh, that's right, that's. So
Yes, you
gotcha.
got a shot. You right there, you got a shot. Where the flank?
I gotta remember I can't shoot every direction.
Right.
Although, if you turned, I could shoot.
Yeah, but right now I only got 2 gunners for power.
Yeah, that's true.
So what I get to me
I'm gonna win against Team 9 Tommy.
Okay.
That's 3d20, or out of 4d20 rolls, only 1 has exceeded 10.
All right.
I said,
So now we're in 7. We're going to 7 now.
That's never make an adjustment?
Yes, so you can make adjustments to it.
I want to flash my
Okay.
Are you dropping the shoe?
Bring up,
I was giving them a point and a half, so they have something to shoot with.
But the computer shoots on that. Sorry?
I'm right.
He's gonna move the mini back to the shop for sure.
One of them
Then I
is
turn it off.
Hold
Well,
on.
you follow on, don't worry about it. I'm just letting everybody know. You actually are what we need to do.
Does the ships that are,
Yeah, no matter where it is.
she's got 2 ships, but I think one of them is flying away, so I don't know
Correct.
if you can actually, so they can rotate and shoot backwards.
They don't shoot. No, they only shoot when they're coming at you. Their guns are on the front.
So there's only really one threat. to the
First,
front.
let me change
Okay.
it to Miss Moonshirt. He's
Okay.
like, can we just do
So did
mortality?
you adjust shields down?
No, he told me to leave it alone. They want to adjust the windshield.
I didn't realize that they can't fire. I thought he could like rotate quickly and.
Oh, yeah, no.
So do you want to change your order to Bitterboot? To lower the pressure a little more?
Yeah, go ahead and lower it down by at least a notch. Lower it down a notch.
That's a half a point.
Yeah, so you have to lower 2. You have to lower 2 points to get 1 whole 3 points.
Lower
To
down.
power 1 more gun.
Yep.
Yeah,
And that means you guys can each power up your guns.
A half a
Just
point.
to 1
One,
point.
if
So-
you think you are going to have a shot this turn at your target.
I won't.
So if you think you can get onto one of these 2, you can power up your gun. Or I mean,
Up to 1.
1 or 2, if, because she said she's not going to have a shot.
I'm not gonna have a
So
shot.
you could go up to 2 if you think you can get.
Okay.
They are converging. The target and the ship is converging at the moment. So. All right.
Well, that's where, yeah.
And we're in 7. Is where we're actually at.
Does it get better if I'm on top of it? Can you use my minus mic? So I can use my that
Yeah, shooters.
Oh, gotcha. So you want it more stable.
Hey, Lisa. Can we put that Cutlass song on the rotation swing?
Gotcha.
That one is in the
Okay. Anyway, he didn't hit it. He didn't shot it.
Oh, it went to E4.
And you. Yeah, finding who we are.
He missed.
Where did it go?
Jaden!
Okay. This guy still coming in, and he's firing again. Missed.
I4.
This guy.
That's Dr. Frankenstein's assistant. Outdoor.
1, 2, 3. Turns in and fires.
She said I4.
And he hit. So this is on the same side, which was the. Or no, it's on the front.
Oh, on the front now?
Yes, this ship is sitting on the front.
What? I don't like it. Well, stop rolling that dice then, because it's rolling too well.
Okay, so you need 10 points of shields to stop it.
I got 6.
They're not currently firing at the turn.
Everybody rolling for that too.
I got 6.
2, 6, 2, 8,
1.
9. Bono has 1 in front shields.
Yay!
That'll do it. Yes, got 1 point left
Well
over.
done, Shield.
Unfortunately, he's probably going to stop shooting, so it's going to get ugly in a minute.
Yep.
Okay, and that was in 6. So we're going.
Hey, I just gave points when you shoot.
Yes, we're going to 5.
He told me to.
Yeah, so we're going to 5, which is an opportunity for you to adjust again, and that shield where he's still shooting is only got 1 point left on it.
Yeah, because he also dropped something else to do it because you can't generate it.
Somebody turn on your guns, or else we're gonna die.
They can't. They can't turn it on. Shields are the only thing they can adjust.
So that means I have to take these off,
Yep.
shut them off to get it.
If you want to do it.
Yeah. When do our other shield people have initiatives?
They all suck.
Bono's in 4.
So with 4, you can adjust.
Yeah, I can't help you.
You
You
roll
rolled up.
30 before you can adjust your shield use.
James, I can't help if you rolled up a mage with no dex buttons.
Yeah, but look at
So
your
am I
count.
shutting off my front back shield,
Look
my
at your
front
count.
left, or my back and left shield?
Or you could let it go for.
It's not gonna help me when
It's up to you.
decompression comes in.
In 4, Bono will be able to adjust. But the ship could fire in 5 and possibly in 4. Which means that we get through. You're manning the buttons.
Do it!
Just I'm rolling while because I see you guys, so I ain't turning something off.
Okay. So then you can adjust that one up too. Right, so that'll give you 2 more D3 on that side of the ship. Take a 1 point
roll
plus
it now, or-
2. If you want. Well, I'd wait and see if he hits. Okay. If he even shoots again, he's trying to, obviously. So that was all the fires. All right. So now we're in initiative
Where
5.
did yours go, Sherry?
So are we using the rules of dodge
C3.
here? Dip, dip, dodge.
Okay.
Dodge, dip, dive, and dodge.
We're standing in snack.
Okay.
All right.
Dan.
I need you to do an aileron roll.
Split S. Split S.
Do you have any power on your? What? No, your firepower. Okay.
So is
Darn.
this Star Wars space combat?
Because you are targeted on her.
I think I can get there. I need.
I'm thinking we're doing Battlestar Galactica.
Dan. Okay, so you moved him, so I can go to here, right?
You could, yeah. If you
And
had
that's
that.
close enough to fire?
Yep.
Okay. And I'll do that.
Okay, roll to hit. This is actually last segment, but go ahead.
Sorry.
Okay. That's
6.
But you're gonna at least get 1, maybe 2 more chances to shoot.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
Terrible shots.
she's gonna get at least 1, maybe 2 more chances to shoot it.
I had 3 chances to shoot this guy and missed all 3 of them.
Yeah. Okay.
So
So I
now
just
we know
moved
why
your
Josh
guy.
isn't rolling Josh's because everybody else is rolling Josh's right now.
We go first.
We max out shields. Eventually the dragon men get
And
tired.
he's shooting again.
We go first, so we set the pace.
And he is just
did
at the
that,
edge of
now
12
we
easy hit.
Well, okay, look at it this way. I'm just going to say this. We
Okay.
have spent a grand total of 2 power on shooting things.
I gave up power.
I know.
even turned off two.
Front
Dude,
side is
our
getting
stuff
hit.
is at like minimal.
Okay.
And still trying to be safe. So
It's on the front side shields.
it's not our fault we don't have enough power to power.
Okay, I'm doing 2 more dice.
9 points of damage on front side. Everybody's got front side shields, can roll D3 and try to stop it.
Okay, well,
Bono's got 1.
3, 6, 9, 10 by
We
myself.
already used up all the
Front side. That was,
Oh, yeah. No,
That was all front.
that was all front.
Front.
You only got
The 10 points we already
Oh,
hit.
that's right.
for 2d6.
We only have
Oh.
I
2D,
know.
2D3.
I have my initial roll that still counts.
Those all got
been used.
sucked out by the first shot.
So right now you only have 3.
She had 1 point left and she was able to add 2d3.
3. Oh, we have 1 left over.
Yep, and the damage is going to be more than that.
Yep.
Oh, wait. Oh, I rolled crappy on the first 2 dice. No, you're not dead. You just take, the ship takes damage. Okay, so the ship has taken 3 points of damage, and basically everyone feels the ship rock.
Hold on. Everybody lean to the left.
Oh, sorry.
Now in that chair.
You all
As you
feel,
can see, you go, woo!
you all feel the rocking of the ship.
Can I turn into Vince now?
Depends. Do you want someone to be able to touch buttons?
I can touch things. I just can't carry things.
Okay,
Well, you're
are
kind
you
of
watching?
carrying us right
the
now,
flip
so-
side?
I can keep your drums in this room.
I don't have to talk.
Oh, you don't know what they're tracking.
Hand signals.
So look at where they're tracking.
L2.
Yeah, I know, that's what I've been doing.
This is your dragging. This is your dragging. His dragging is in G3. Anything in G3 right now, or near it?
Yeah.
So if you rotate the ship, your rear is front. So you have to rotate it 180 degrees. You don't have enough of that.
Right.
Okay. And then
Yay, I'm still stuck with this.
swap.
I have a 3 on the
Flip sides, yes.
But I can only flip 90 degrees.
Or you can rotate 90 degrees.
You
flip
can
side to
rotate
side.
or
There's this.
Roll, which flips basically the right side for the left side.
right. I just mean the flip is 100.
Right.
Yeah.
But can I flip 180 with a 1? Or can I really
Yes.
do it 90?
Yes, you can turn the
Yeah,
ship
because
over with one
there
point.
is no up and down.
Right.
So you can turn the ship over, which would give Josh a shot on that ship.
But I will lose my shot here and she'll lose her shots.
So it's not a good option.
I don't know.
So let's just look at that.
I'm giving Josh a shot is not a good option. I've seen this guy roll
Poor
a d20.
Josh.
3 on D30.
All
I've
right.
seen this guy roll a d20.
But if nothing else, Josh, you can try and get your cursor into a more
Stay tuned for more Lomunian adventures.